Today we are going to study capacitor and capacitance. Capacitance and capacitor. In previous chapter, just we have learned potential. There we have seen that potential is proportional to the charge, amount of charge given to the conductor. So potential is proportional to the charge, amount of charge given to the conductor. Now if we there write equal, we know we have to give a proportionality constant. So there actually we write here proportionality constant. So Q equal to, we can write in this way that Q is proportional to V, so Q equal to CV. That C is called capacitance. C is called capacitance. The unit of capacitance in CGS it is called stat farad. It is called stat farad, and in SI it is called farad. In SI it is called farad, and relation between stat farad and farad is 1 farad equals to 9 into 10 to the power 11 ESU, that is stat farad. 1 farad equals to 9 to the power 11 ESU, that is stat farad. Now the dimension, how we can calculate the dimension, how we can evaluate the dimension of capacitance. Dimension of C, that is equal to, we see C equals to what? Q by V. C equals to Q by V. That is V equals to what? V equals to, we know, W by Q. Potential energy, we have learned potential energy Q equals to W equals to QV. So V equals to W by Q. If we write here W by Q, that becomes Q square by W. So Q square, dimension of Q square is IT, so I square T square, and dimension of work done W is ML square T minus 2. So we get M minus 1, L minus 2, T 4, I square. That is the dimension of C. Now this capacitance C depends on area of the plate, area of the conductor, or you can say area of the plate. It is actually proportional to the area. If area increases, then capacitance increases. It also depends on the medium, surrounding medium. We can write surrounding medium. Surrounding medium. It is depend on surrounding medium, and also it is depend on presence of another uncharged conductor. If we place an uncharged conductor near to the conductor where we calculate the capacitance, then the capacitance increases due to the presence of the another uncharged conductor. That point we will learn just after some points. These are dependency of capacitance. Now how we can calculate the capacitance of a spherical sphere? We want to see the capacitance of a spherical sphere. Capacitance of a spherical sphere. Of a spherical conductor, not sphere, spherical, already I told. So capacitance of a spherical conductor. You want to calculate capacitance of a spherical conductor. Suppose that spherical conductor having charge Q. Having charge Q, potential of that spherical conductor is V, and you want to calculate the capacitance. Radius of the sphere is R. So we know V equals to Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 R. Now we know C equals to Q by V. So that become, if we take Q by V, so C will be 4 pi epsilon 0 R. This is the capacitance of a spherical conductor in SI, because we take here 4 pi epsilon 0. If we take in CGS, we can see C equals to R. In CGS, that becomes C equals to only R. So capacitance is proportional to the radius. Capacitance is proportional to the radius. Now we want to calculate the energy stored in a conductor. Energy stored in a conductor. Energy stored in a conductor. Suppose in a conductor, primarily at any instant, charge already exists in that conductor initially or at any instant q, and the potential is V. So we know Q equal to CV, that already exists inside the capacitor, inside the conductor. Now we want to give a charge dq, amount of charge dq. Then listen carefully, then we have to do some work against the repulsive force of that q, because it is already existed on that into that conductor. So if we want to give this dq amount of charge into the conductor, so we have to do some work against that repulsive force, and that work is stored inside the conductor as a potential energy. So we know that energy, that is dW, which is stored in the conductor, dW equals to q. What do we know? That W equals to what? Q into V. So dq, this amount of charge we want to give inside the conductor. So dW will be dq into V. QV, W equals to dq equals to dW equals to dq into V. So total work done, we must integrate that term. So V equals to what? Q by C. So integrate Q by C dq from 0 to capital Q. That is, initially that conductor was uncharged, and we give total amount of charge capital Q, and the energy stored inside the capacitor, inside the conductor, is this. So that become what? 1 by C going outside the integration, and q dq from 0 to q. So q square by 2, 1 by c, we get limit 0 to capital Q, and we get capital Q square by 2c. This is the expression of energy stored inside the conductor. Also we know Q equal to what? CV. So we can write here C square V square by 2c, and we get half CV square. This is another expression. If we replace C by Q by V, we get W equals to Q square by 2Q into V. So we get half QV. This is another expression. So we can use Q square by 2C, half CV square, half QV. Whatever we needed to solve any problem, we can use these three formulas. This is the formula of energy stored inside a conductor. Now we want to see that how charge distributed in a two conductor. 1 minute. That is charge distribution. Suppose we have two spheres.